Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm just chiming in this morning. I have a few errands to make. Tomorrow, our state is halfway opening up. It's going to be chaotic to me, so I'll wait a minute to go do other things that I couldn't been able to do because of the coronavirus shutdown. Now, I just want to, I don't even, not that I want to talk about the Ahmaud Arbery case. I mean, I done made my stance on that, but this is my thing. We have to understand this. When, I cannot probably say that I am guilty of this too. When the media puts out things and we respond to it. Like, you have your local news, you know what goes on in your local community. You can speak out on those issues, but stuff that happened in other states, we only get that through national news and, you know what I'm saying, national news coverage. So I'm not one of those ones that jump on the case just because white man kills black man or white cop kills black cop. I'm not like that. I try to wait till the facts unfold and then speak my truth. My opinion to whatever happened. But this is the thing. The media, it's so many killings that go on in the world, whether who it is, whether it's white on white crime, black on black crime, black on white, white on black, Hispanic on black, whatever. Crime, period. It is horrific crimes that happen every single day in this world. These are just the times that we are living in until God come back. The media picks and choose what they want to be nationally news. Nationally mean that everybody around the world would know about this about this case because it's on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, and CBS and places like that. So we as a people on both sides need to take account to that. And they only do certain stories. I mean, they talk about certain stories. If it's a white man, especially if it's a white cop kills a black man, whether if it's right or wrong, that automatically get national news attention. But sometimes you have to step back and ask, why is that? Okay, Georgia has opened up its state. They thought it was going to be a lot of cases with coronavirus. That seems not to be the case. It's actually, declining. That's a great thing. So now the coronavirus is declining. Cases are going, it's not on the high rise as we thought it was. So the media has to go to a new story. The media is very strategic with what stories they like to put out around certain times, especially certain news channels. The coronavirus stories is coming down. It's not like as bad as they thought it was, especially when states open up. That's a good thing. I'm glad. I can't wait till it's all the way. I don't think no virus is all the way gone, but I just, you know what I'm saying, hopefully, so we can come back to be normal again. But going back to being normal again is the same thing. You have to ask yourself this question. This case with Ahmaud Arbery happened back in February. It's May 11th. Today is May 11th. Why did that story not get national headlines back in February? You want to know why? Because the coronavirus headlines outweighed everything. Especially on the Trump administration didn't wait. He's the reason why thousands of Americans are dead. You know what I'm saying? So that story wasn't good enough to come out when it happened. You know what I'm saying? That story wasn't good enough to come out when it happened. But oh, the coronavirus news is declining.
Phone call completed.
Let's go with something. Let's rile them up. It's election season. If you ever notice, media only promote white man's kill black men around election season. Now, there have been cases where it have been more. I wouldn't say all, so don't say I said all. But a lot of these cases are around election season. It's like they use these cases. And they use both parties. They are using Arbery's family and him dead. They are using the 3 men. Because what happened with Arbery is a case that happens. It's nothing new. Whatever color you are, it's nothing new. It's just another case. Any killing that happened, it had already happened before. Now, let me tell you about a graphic killing that happened in Cleveland, Ohio that I think that should have been national news. My friend and his daughter was killed, kidnapped, put in a trunk, set on fire. You would have think that would have got national news because you had a 15-year-old girl in the trunk dead with her father. No, she was in the back seat and he was in the, whatever. They was in the car burnt up. Well, I don't know if they was burnt up, but they set the car on fire. Closed caskets for them. You think we got any national outrage? That is a story that someone needs to hear. That these people not only killed my friend, but his daughter that's 15 years old. And you have to ask yourself, why didn't that get national news? Why? Because it's because it's black people on each side? Or we can use another black and white incident with the police, the mailman, the mail lady. She's delivering mail, and a black guy gunned her down. Why isn't that national news? And you want to know why? Because these stories does not fit the propaganda agenda that's going on. That's why you have to be very careful and selective if things like this happen in your family. And these are your loved ones. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. You as a family member, Arbery family member should have been asking them. We've been crying for them. We've been asking for justice for Arbery. What took y'all so long? Why is it that we got to have this now, and now it's nationally? You have they slaying victim family member all over the news just to act like it's white man killed black man. Let's go. Now, my stance still stayed on that particular case. I never made it about race. I'm just presenting what I believe. I try to give people a scenario when they say, well, why did he grab the gun? I try to explain that. I was on Brandon Tatum Live because he was asking people to go live because I didn't like what Brandon was saying. So I gave an example. Then Brandon and his followers, they understood. Oh, now you know what I'm saying? Some people just don't understand stuff, especially if they never been through stuff. Like I tell people, oh, why did he grab the gun? When I grew up in a poor community, and you always was taught, not taught, but you always knew. I don't know what's wrong with this. Sorry about that. You was always taught to, not taught, you always knew if somebody approach you, if somebody pull out a gun on you, and if you don't have no gun, you try to take it from them. A lot of people don't understand nor know that, because a lot of people never been put in those predicaments. A lot of people never lived around cases where you would know to do those things like that. So people that have never lived those type of lives or been around that type of environment or to know those type of things, you wouldn't know. That's why you have some people saying he should have complied or he should have ran away, because they don't know. Instead of me harping down and jumping down the people backs that didn't know, I tried to explain to them. I tried to tell them, give them the scenario so you could understand a different lens of life. Some people don't live the same life or see and view things through the same lens as you. And it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with you not having to understand. I'd rather for you to say, well, I don't understand that. Can you just explain that to me? Because I think that this, that should have happened. Then you explain that to them. Well, in most cases, you know what I'm saying? Just if you in a fight or fight for your life, whether you was wrong or not, even if he was wrong, still, if two people pull down on a gun, the first thing you're gonna try to do is try to take it from them. You don't know what that person gonna do. We know that, we see that. You know what I'm saying? So in a perspective, in the lens, in the life that I came from, that's what you do. You try to take the gun. But some people don't understand that, because you don't live and look through the same lenses as me. And it's okay, because I had to ask people that was saying that, why did you say that? You know what I'm saying? What makes you say? Because I want to understand why some people say and do the things they do. So I ask questions. I want to know what makes you feel like that. And then a lot of people that I gave her, she was like, you know what? That does make, kind of some sense. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, because it's like you damned if you do and damned if you don't, if somebody got a gun pulled out on you, whether you right or wrong. I'm not saying nobody's right or wrong. I'm telling you about when a gun is pulled on you. Those, from my history of living and from my background and things I have seen in my life, that's what I would do. That's what I have seen other people do. Try to take the gun from the person. Because in my mind, you have a gun. If I turn around and run, and if I think you trying to kill me or shoot me or whatever, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just giving y'all a scenario so you can try to understand. I would think you're going to shoot me in my back. So versus me running, I can't run from a gun. You cannot outrun a gun. If somebody pull a gun out on you, all they got to do is press the trigger and it's over with. So you running from it, it's nothing versus you trying to fight for your life. And even if you die, at least you was trying to fight for your life. Now, I'm not going to say that is that, but I'm giving you the scenario of why would someone try to grab a gun from somebody. That's why somebody try to grab a gun from somebody, because you're trying to take it from them to fight for your life, because if you run, you're dead. Now, that has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with nothing. That's just reality. You know what I'm saying? So if some of us can understand that, we can understand. You can't understand. I can't understand living a privileged life because I never lived a privileged life. You know what I'm saying? I can't understand my parents being a million. You know what I'm saying? I have to understand or learn this stuff from others, things that I don't know. Certain things that's around be in certain people's culture. See, I think if we understand certain people's cultures, we can tend to understand some things in life instead of it just being one-sided and, you know what I'm saying, you think this and he think that and this got to be right because this person said something. I understand what both I understand with both why he didn't run or whatever. But I think we need to just pull back from stuff and understand. Because this Arbery case, I really don't be doing, especially when they get to these high profile black on black, white on black crimes, white people kill black people. I normally don't like to indulge in them because you get nothing out of it but bickering from both sides. But I spoke out on that because I think that was wrong. I didn't speak out on it because it was race. And I spoke out on it because it's national news. Anything that's national news, I'm going to talk about it. You can't send me. People have been sending me clips of something happening. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. How the hell am I supposed to know something that happened in Wisconsin or Maryland or somewhere else, but it's not nationally news? So you can't say that. But I also speak on issues that happen in Cleveland, Ohio. If you can check my feed, you will see the story I posted about my friend, his daughter getting killed, how they need justice. I posted that. So I'm not weighing in because I'm one-sided. If something is nationally news and I want to talk about it, that's my right to talk about it. But you can't say I don't talk about all cases. But this is what I think we need to come down to. Be very careful on stories that come out around certain times because they only come out to spark tension. Now you have Keisha Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta, saying it was Trump's fault. That's another thing people do. People want to blame everybody but everybody that has something to do with that case. No one, it was 4 people involved. The victim that was killed, the father, the son, and the other guy that was driving. 4 people was involved in this. Not Donald Trump, not Pence, not Democrats, not Republicans, no, 4 people was involved in this. Stick to the facts in hand. I can't blame Donald Trump for that. So if we get to blame Donald Trump for Arbery's killing, we get to blame Democrats for black on black crime. Y'all the ones that run their city, so it's y'all fault. Instead of laying the fault on the person that actually did this stuff, everybody want to lay the blame at the feet of everybody else. No, that's not how things work. That's not how life is supposed to be. Stick to the issues in hand. It's okay if you're a public figure or if you have a massive following. It's okay to say, hey, I want to wait for this story. We don't have all the facts, so I give my opinion on this on a later time. Because that's what I'm after Arbery. This is what I'm going to do. Even though I didn't jump all down on the black on white thing, I just went on, I think that they was wrong. I didn't say nothing about it. I just think they was wrong. My thing is, I would just, if he was breaking in the house, you seen him leave the house with nothing, you did the right thing. You called the police. You did what you were supposed to do. There's nothing wrong with you calling the police because you see somebody in a dwelling, whether he was jogging or breaking in. Whatever the case may be. We got the video. We see he was in there for 3 minutes. Okay, cool. Call the police. You did what you were supposed to do. But as far as trying to stop them because of a law in Georgia, I feel like Georgia should not have this law because the Georgia law is the reason an innocent man is dead. They should not put citizen arrest in the hands of citizens because of stuff like that. This is what police, even though the man is a detective or whatever the case may be, his son wasn't. From my understanding, I believe it was his son shot the one that killed him. You know, he's seeing somebody tussling with his father, trying to grab the gun or whatever the case may be, and he shot. But this is the thing. This is what happened when you leave citizen arrest in the hands of citizens. That law needs to be abolished throughout the whole state. Call 911. Let 911 handle it. Don't you try to detaining people and all that will get you hurt. I understand that you want everybody to respect and follow the law, but some stuff is out of your hands. I'm not about to be tussling, hunting down nobody. When I say hunting down, I don't mean like like I'm trying to hunt you down, like in the hunt down word. Hunt down, I mean, like if I see somebody stealing something and they walking out the door and I'm about to run after them to go get them because they stole something out the door. No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't know what type of state of mind that this person is, and here go me trying to be a good citizen, detain or whatever I think I'm finna do with this person that's stealing something. Then what if they just turn around and bam, boom? You don't do stuff like that's why I don't like the citizen arrest thing. I think they need to do away with it. Do these people thought they was doing some good because they wanted to? They thought they was stopping a burglary or whatever the case may be. Was he actually doing this or was he actually doing that? You know what I'm saying? So this is why certain laws need to stop. Because when the man called the police, the operating officer said, okay, we don't need you to pursue him. Stay back far as you can. Just give us the description. Let them know which way to go. Leave it that in the authorities' hands. But when we try to be authority, sometimes cases go wrong. In that case, it went wrong. Just say if he did go in the house and steal something. He didn't steal anything. He came out the house with nothing. It wasn't worth a confrontation with you two. You see what I'm saying? But you see how I say things without saying race, without saying this, and without saying that. Stick to what happened. And it's just a sad situation. I hope we all learn from this. But trust me, we have November 3rd for the election. Get ready for the stories. And I'm going to sit back and I'm not even going to indulge in some of this stuff. But we already know what's going to happen. You have to ask yourself, why did this not get nationally news back in February? You want to know why? Because coronavirus news was up here. Did nobody care nothing about no white man killing no black guy that was supposed to have been jogging and all that. That story wasn't good enough. But now the virus news is going down and all this other stuff. And another thing, if this stuff is coming out about Obama. It's mighty funny that these stories come out around certain times. So it's just like, you can't even talk about the Obamagate because we so busy over here with the white man kills black guy. And here it is, a whole corruption of things that's going on. But the media shifted our focus because if we can keep them over here on the black man, white man, we ain't gonna worry about it. Obamagate, hopefully nothing comes of it. Because you got to understand, these people don't be going to jail. If y'all think these people about to go to jail about Obamagate, we going to be just fooled, just like they didn't go to jail with that fake ass shit with Russia collusion. Nothing happened. Everybody got away with stuff. It's still crooked people at the top level. And there's a lot of people at the top level that do not like Trump. A lot of these cases going to lie in them. Yes, they can put subpoena warrants out for these people, but that don't mean nothing. That's why I'm not going to get caught up in that Obamagate stuff, because I have seen it time and time, nothing happens. So what makes me think this is going to happen? Hillary Clinton got away with her email scandals. People's lives was lost. And you think I'm about to believe somebody come out of this dealing with the same Justice Department? Yes, okay, Barr and all the rest of them is up at the top. They still have other people that was in the Obama administration still working for them. So how do y'all think I'm supposed to believe justice is about to occur? So while they got y'all looking away from what's going on with Obama and they corrupt administration, they got you over here. We know how to get them Negroes or those white folks. We know how to get them together. Boom, I'm going to release this tape. I just seen somebody say, why they released the tape. What you mean? So y'all been had this tape in February and y'all didn't think to release this then? But May, what is, come on now. We all can take some blame of being played with this case on how the tensions was. Now my stand still stands on how I feel about how it went. But that's perfect, that's right on time. Arbery case is going to die down once it goes to the grand jury. Once, I don't know how they gonna be able to do with that. And y'all saying this man he worked for the Justice Department and this, that, but they wanted to go. I'm over it. May that man rest his soul in peace. And whatever happened, I pray the facts come out, the truth come out for all sides. But I'm over it. Because once Arbery die down, another killing gonna come. I'm telling you. Brace yourself. Brace yourself for it. This is what's gonna come. They don't want you to focus on Obamagate. They know how to get the news off. I had to go look on CNN and other channels to see if they even talking about any of these new transcripts that just got released with Obama. No one is saying anything. You know what they saying? Arbery, the jogger, ambushed, killed by 3 rednecks on the truck, hunting a black man down. Now all of us got to be, now we got to have our black kids. Now I got to have my black sons, according to the left. I got to have my black son. These white folks trying to gun them down. Y'all, I'm telling y'all got to be smarter than this. You have to be ahead of this. And just because they talking about Arbery case, don't be a hypocrite and bring up why they ain't talking about this. Why you ain't talking about that? Why you not talking about it? Don't do that to deflect from this. We all know how the media do. We only talk about any of this stuff because it's in the media, or unless it's something that you know that's locally going on in your city, in your state. I don't know nothing that happened in other states unless it becomes national news. I tell y'all the stuff that happened in. I just sent y'all something that's going on in my state where they talk about 1,200 random households. They about to come draw your blood, not mine, but I'm opting out. No one in my family. You're not drawing my blood to see if I had the coronavirus. I already told y'all I had it back in November when they told me I had a virus. You better go check that blood they got in Alabama and Atlanta when I went to the emergency. You want to check something. But see, these are the games that they play. As soon as it go die down, we on to the next story. That's why I listen to certain conservatives when it comes to things like this. And Sonny Johnson is a good one. She always tell me to don't rush. You don't have to comment on everything. You don't have to say anything, because a lot of this stuff is propaganda to get us upset on somebody's side. Now, we can call out stuff if it's wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But don't get too hyped up in it. Don't get too hyped up in it. They don't care about Arbery. They don't care about them 3 white men. Y'all just the latest people they use in the news. If they cared about, if MSNBC, CNN, all these other channels, if they cared about Arbery, why was you not talking about that in February? I'm pretty sure the headline gained traction. Black man jogging in the neighborhood gets killed by 3 white men. You mean to tell me that wouldn't have went nationally news in January when it happened? That's all I want to say. Like, do you think, just think, they are very strategic. It's election season. And the media know how to use certain people for certain things, for certain agendas. And that's all I want to tell y'all about. It's no need to get all riled up. You can speak your opinion about Ahmaud Arbery. It's okay. We have a difference of opinions of what we think. But remain focused, because that's their whole objective. Let's get them riled up. Let's get some more stuff started. And let's see how this is. And then we're going on to the next. I give it, what's this, mate? Let me see. Let me see. I don't be knowing what days it is this week because who keeps up with the days? It's May 11th. I'll give it by May 31st, the last day of this month. A new story gonna come out, and it's gonna be national headlines to conflict the heads, and they gonna jump right on it and boom, mark my words. So everybody have a blessed day. Turn off that news and just live your life. We got to get back normal to opening up America, because it's time for America to open back up, because I'm sick of this. But that's all I wanted to come to you all about this. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below. I want to hear how y'all say it. And do you understand what I'm saying when I said about taking a gun from somebody or this, that? But everybody